The desire to rise above the ordinary.
For me at IIM Indore, the experience was like trying to create a gourmet dish without ever having entered the kitchen first.
The will to conquer.
It was being like thrown into the deep end of the pool. You splashed around, struggled to survive. You just wanted the ordeal to be over. But once the ordeal was over, you actually realized that this was what shaped your life.
The drive to achieve.
From the day I joined IIM Indore and today, I see myself as an evolved person, from being an introvert to an extrovert.
For winners, prepare.
What we got from our faculty was a value system that underlined a spirit of learning as the mainstay of the pedagogy.
Achievers leave nothing to chance.
Many of us attribute a widening of our horizons to the time that we spent at the Institute. I can proudly say that we learned and experienced a lot from the Institute and from each other.
For the root of all achievement is management.
When I entered IIM Indore as a teenager, I was like a wild river, full of dreams, ambition and energy. IIM Indore was the dam that I needed in my life. It gave me a sense of direction, streamlined my efforts and instilled a sense of rigor and discipline in me.
Siddhi Moolam Prabandhanam. Welcome to the Indian Institute of Management, Indore. Sitting on a picturesque hillock, gently spread over 193 acres, the IIM Indore campus is now the perfect setting for prospective leaders of change.
The building behind me was our residence. This was the place where we did our group discussions and our class assignments. And it proved invaluable for us to create that lifelong bond between our friends.
We were the second batch that passed out in 2001. While the larger campus was being developed, I think every other facility and the teaching was top-notch.
I really miss the IIM Indore campus. The Olympic-sized pool, the tennis courts, the night mess, the library. You don't get all of that once you join the professional world.
With 20 years of work experience when I joined IIM Indore, my thesis guide was much younger than me. So he'd call me ma'am while I'd call him sir.
Being a psychology graduate in a class full of engineers, it was a tough roller coaster ride for me in the first year. But with the support and encouragement of the faculty members around, I was able to sail through the challenging times.
The sixth of a family of centers of excellence, IIM Indore was established in 1996 to bring world-class management education to Indian citizens.
IIM Indore seeks to be a contextually relevant business school with world-class academic standards. We seek to build managers, leaders and entrepreneurs who are socially conscious. In order to do this, we provide a really good learning environment, the best possible infrastructure and some of the most eminent faculty in the country. And all of this has been possible because of the support from the Government of India right since the Institute's inception in 1996.
Siddhi Moolam Prabandhanam is the motto of the Institute. And the belief that the root of all achievement is management is instilled in every leader we empower. The logo is a circle in 4 segments, illustrating that management is multidimensional, forming an organic whole. 3/4 of the circle are blue and 1 is open, suggesting receptivity and the possibility of inspiration from the environment.
We aim to provide world-class infrastructure and a continuous work in progress. Among other facilities, we have state-of-the-art classrooms, student residences, a huge Olympic-sized swimming pool. We also have 2 fully equipped auditoriums. I and my entire team of administrative staff are here to ensure a conducive learning environment for the future business leaders of tomorrow.
Participants of the various programs at the Institute are organized, multidimensional, and receptive to inspiration and new ideas. Therefore, IIM Indore's mission is to be contextually relevant, setting standards that are world-class.
We have developed programs and courses to achieve the mission of the Institute. In the PGP program, we have core courses on leadership and entrepreneurship. Among other courses, there is course on Rural Immersion Program and Himalayan Outbound Program. All these things are likely to lead to socially sensitive, socially conscious leaders, managers and entrepreneurs.
Some of the things that we've included in our curriculum are music, dance, drama, sports. We also have foreign languages which allow them to learn about different cultures. Academics are important, yes, of course, and we place a lot of emphasis on that. Rigor is important. At the same time, a person needs to develop as an individual and not just as a manager.
Participants at the Institute are trained to be managers capable of advanced problem solving through greater understanding of fundamental real-life issues. Debalina Datta, Kapil Kanungo, Rahul Razdan and Siddharth Sethi are 4 IIM alumni who recall the early impact the Institute had on their lives.
I had nearly 20 years of work experience when I enrolled for my FPM program at IIM Indore in 2012. The faculty encouraged us to try our hand at case writing, critiquing research articles, trying to write a research article ourselves. The happy part of that story is a case study written for a marketing assignment got published in Harvard Business Studies in 2013. And with that, my passion for writing was born.
People I had talked to before joining IIM Indore had advised me not to join. And see how wrong they were? We may have started out on a leased campus, but then no stone was left unturned in taking care of us. I studied architecture for 5 years and had never seen a balance sheet ever in my life till then. But then the postgraduate program, the nascent postgraduate program was mature enough to give everyone headroom to grow relative to their own respective baselines.
Many of us attribute the widening of our vision to the time that we spent at IIM. All of us can proudly say that what we learned and experienced at IIM can never be replicated.
Of the many things that I learned at IIM Indore, the most important was that each one of us makes mistakes, learns and figures out a better way to do things in life. So now as a professional, when I make mistakes, I don't look at them as failures. I just see that either I need to change my game plan or I need to be back in the game much stronger.
Each of these alumni pursued one of the many pedagogical opportunities at IIM Indore. The Institute offers a wide range of courses for participants beginning their careers and those looking to enhance their skills and knowledge mid-career. Teaching these comprehensive programs are IIM Indore's well-qualified internal and visiting faculty with a wealth of industry and domain experience.
Our objective being to maximize learning in the classroom, we tend to focus on two things. One is the content and the other is the delivery. When it comes to content, we see to it that our course outlines across different programs get updated on a very periodic basis. As and when it comes to delivery, we tend to adopt the most advanced techniques to deliver content in the classrooms. We also ensure that our students get the best and the most updated knowledge about the practices in industry when we invite guest lectures from industry.
Always looking to strengthen the participant-centered approach IIM Indore offers, several of these faculty members have attended the participant-centered learning program at Harvard Business School.
We are a faculty-driven institution. Faculty has the complete freedom to offer the courses of their choice. We take regular feedback from all the stakeholders and our program undergoes review at least once in a year and a comprehensive review every 3 to 4 years. In a nutshell, we believe in being proactive rather than being reactive.
Many of IIM Indore's most famous alumni have pursued the flagship program, PGP. Every year, 450 students pursue a management education through PGP. In comparison to students now, the first batches were pioneers, proverbially staking out new territory.
We weren't even sure if there would be any placements, but in a karmic sort of way. And since we had been focusing more on learning and less on grades and placements, when the placement started for the first batch of IIM Indore, the entire batch was absorbed by the industry in a couple of days. To use a cricketing analogy, IIM Indore had scored a century on debut.
Today, placements are the least of our scholars' problems. Staying ahead of a changing world has been foremost on the minds of the faculty. In recent times, the PGP has been redesigned. This change is reflective of industry feedback and global benchmarking. Participants now receive more skill development courses and learn to blend theory and practice. Rupang Chaudhary is a former student who remembers his years in the PGP vividly.
You know, I think the college has really matured and evolved over a period of time. I spent a couple of years there and they weren't particularly the most easy for me. The second year was much better. I'd loosened up. I was educated by some really top-notch faculty. If I look back at those 2 years, I think they helped mature a young boy into a man with a lot of self-confidence, a lot of self-rigor, a lot of self-discipline, which I think goes beyond the norm of any education.
The course has changed much from those early days, and today's students are exposed to a whole lot more. These features and opportunities have contributed to making IIM Indore one of the fastest growing institutions in India. Renewed focus has led to international expansion, new, more contextual programs, better infrastructure facilities than ever before, and worthy faculty.
So now as a consultant, when I solve the world's most pressing problems, I know that there's no one right answer to the problem, that there are multiple right answers, all with different human touches to them. And that's the kind of broad worldview that IIM Indore equipped me with.
It takes teachers of exceptional talent to make me want to jump through hoops, especially at my age, and love every part of it. These faculty have become my friends, whom I lean on for expert help, guidance from the various subject matter experts. To such awesome faculty of IIM Indore, my infinite thanks.
The Indian Institute of Management, Indore, one of India's most prestigious business management schools, bringing global standards and social consciousness to future leaders of industry and entrepreneurship. With a clear vision for achievement, driven by the belief that the root of all achievement is management. IIM Indore. Siddhi Moolam Prabandhanam.